Alright guys, I told you guys I was going to be back with the daily vlogs, but I've been in a really big transition in terms of life. I was living in Nashville for a bit, of course. That was only for a couple months. Then I came back home and then I've traveled again. And now I've gotten to the point where I just kind of realized that I need to sit down. So I signed an impulsive lease in the middle of nowhere, and I'm now at the apartment building, moving in, getting everything settled. But just wanted to film this quick banger in terms of the sprint we're about to go on as far as YouTube in the next 100 days. Every single day, we're at it again. This video is just going to be based around the opportunity, of course, what I present every time I come on my channel, and then also just to be able to show you guys like the realistic and the reality of what creating content has been able to do for me and how it's been able to change my life in many ways. So as you guys, like I said, know, if you are new to the channel, hello, nice to meet you. I'm glad you're watching this boring guy right here talk. But like I said, content creation has allowed me to live this life. Like literally, I went out with the boys about a week or so ago, kind of got hungover. I'm not really a person that drinks a lot, kind of had those days back in my old days, I guess you could say. I'm only 22, but I did a lot of that partying, like early on, 19, 18, whatever. And as I'm sitting at the breakfast spot morning after, I'm talking to my boy, and I'm just like, damn, I'm tired of my shit. Like realistically, I'm tired of my shit. And not really tired of my shit in a mental way, more as in I've been traveling. I've lived in so many different places this past year and a half. I lived in Dallas for 4 months. I lived in Florida. I lived in Nashville. I lived in Costa Rica. I lived in Toronto. I'm from Ohio originally. So like, as you can imagine, doing all this traveling can also get draining, but also not really allow you to sit down as an individual and like fully focus and lock in. Not to say that I was not building, because in every place that I was in, I was building, and there was always something good that came out of me doing those different trips and different locations, because content, you know, when you're able to switch scenery up, you're able to meet new people, content can allow you to do that. And it was dope. It was a dope experience. But I kind of got to the point where I'm just like, when's the last time I truly sat down and reached my full potential in terms of like input, right? And that was when I got my first crib, and that was when I was 19, when I was living in Ohio. And that was like a 14-month crib. That was my first crib, of course. So like, I think that was the most time I felt like I was genuinely locked in. So I feel like I got called to do that again by God. So I ended up doing a 5-month quick lease until April. And what my plan is from there is to actually just sit here, lock in, and say no to everything, no more trips. The only trip that I probably will take, and I'll be honest, is probably Utah, because I do ski. But outside of that, it's solely locking in, growing my community, getting my students the craziest results, and continue to help brands exactly what I do now. And that is basically, you're known as a content amplifier. So my job is, and it's how I'm able to live this life of traveling and doing everything. Like, I don't rock anything designer. I don't have a crazy car. My whole goal when it's making money is giving back to my mom, being around my boys, and then having fun experience and doing fun shit. I rock one thing, and it's my Lord and Savior, because he got me here, right? But realistically, how I make my money, how I do it is basically I help brands just grow completely organic through TikTok. Everyone in the mom's doing TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop's an amazing opportunity, but what I've done and what I do has always been the OG way on how to grow organically, and that's what brands value more than anything. Yeah, TikTok Shop is dope. It can help brands revenue literally 30x in one night just from 1,000 creators posting. Amazing opportunity, not disregarding it in any sort of way, because I've made money doing it. But realistically, where my cup of tea and where I've all had my success and how my life completely changed was simply the model of reaching out to a brand, positioning yourself on how you can help them grow organically, and then driving more brand awareness, creating long-term relationships, and them paying you 10, 15, 20K for the next 3 months of your life. That's the model that I teach. That's the model that I've always learned. That's the model I've continued to stick with for the past 5 years. Why is it so untapped? I don't know. People just don't realize brands really still want a presence on TikTok. TikTok's only getting bigger. I was in the gym today and I seen Bloomberg talking about TikTok. There are over 1 billion active users. 50%, 60% is like 18 to 25. 10% or 20% was like age to 30, and then 65 plus was 12%. That goes to show you how wide of this app it really is, and there's no longer just the app of people dancing and shaking hips like Charli D'Amelio. So me seeing that just made me realize, like, this is a year where, like, realistically, if you want to get into this game of social media, becoming a content creator with no actual big following, this is your year going into 2025 where you can make and put up 100, 200, 300K in your bank, realistically, because no one still teaches this. I'm the only person that realistically I know still doing this, teaching the way of doing this all organically, because like I said with TikTok Shop, you can do the one-off like affiliate deals, but here you can get the retainers where you can have a brand pay you 6K for the next 4 months. Also, you can get and reap the benefits of having that commission, just like Shop has, where it doesn't really have a cap to it. There's no limit. As far as retainers, it can be a cap determined, like it all determines based off your portfolio, but realistically, when it comes to the affiliate side, on the retainer side, you still can have commission deals from that brand owner that you signed a deal with. I mean, there's tons of ways to reach out to these brands. Like I code DM brands, 20 brands a day, and I just got a response. I got a call booked for tomorrow at 6 p.m. Really fire brand, and I think realistically, I'm going to take them on and crush it for them because I have an eye for really, really good products because I've been in the game for so long. But this exact model just allowed me to be blessed to live this life, get up and just sign an impulsive lease after a night of being hungover and realizing like I'm sick of my shit, sick of my BS. And my channel is for you guys, and of course for me to be transparent and me to look back on everything and the decisions that I've made in my life, to only look at them as lessons and blessings, never something wrong or a regret, because that's just not the way I look at things in my life. And also the things that led me here was nothing like realistically about like regret or how I even got here, right? So I think everything happens for a reason. But to you guys that are watching me, that continue to support me, take action. This model is only going to grow more and more. No one really truly teaches it other than myself. I generally just don't know anyone that teaches it. If you're interested, I would love for you to potentially even work with me inside of my team. You're more than happy to reach out. I'll drop it in the comments, but if you're not, all good. Check my content out. I'll give you all the free game on how to do this all step by step. I ran up a series going from 0 to 10K in 30 days, walking you through on how I would do it again. Like I said, I'll get you guys a crib tour tomorrow or so, and then, yeah, appreciate the support. And we're about to sprint. We're about to sprint for the next 100 days of posting every single day. I'll see you guys in the next video.